What up to everybody in the podverse and all those lounging and sleeping in the cloud? Welcome to the Blacklog, where we talk black about TV, film, music, and sometimes we digress into weird conversations about the past. And, of course, we drink coffee. Me, my name is Rob. My co-host, my cohort, my fellow Purple Knight, my fellow Bison. Shout out to my man Ryan. Can you say what's up to the people out there?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's going on?
Thank you. Could you get the door? All right.
The door. Could you get that for me, please?
Could you get that for me, please? Thank you.
We are now in I believe, the second week of the now defunct Black History Month.
Wow. We defunct that? I didn't even know that.
Wiped off the planet.
There's no history. That's what your boy says. It's nothing.
Your Black History is out in them fields, boy. No, I went too far. My bad.
You went. You just went.
Like Charlie Murphy on Mo Better Blues. Stop looking at your Timex, boy.
Just went a little bit too far, bro.
Charlie Murphy, man. Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, my brother.
Yes.
Stop watching your Timex, boy.
I used to love Eddie Murphy's impression of him. I wish Miss Jenkins would come up to me. I'll beat her away. Eddie Murphy doing Charlie Murphy is funny as hell, bro.
He does his brother very well.
I wish Miss Jenkins would come up. I'll beat her old ass. As we've been talking black about maybe the blackest TV show ever. Good times. And today we are on episode 13. You want to give a shout out to somebody?
I do. Well, first off, I do want to say, if you're watching us now, you're probably watching us on YouTube, so please subscribe and like. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit us with that 5-star rating. And if you don't like us, hit us with that 5-star rating anyway. And shout out to E. Tiffany Customs Creations, etiffanycreations.com.
For all your apparel needs.
Boing.
You're frozen, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the last episode of the first season. Episode 13, titled My Son, the Lover. Written by Jack Ellenson and Norman Paul, Bob Davenport, and Lou Derman for the names that we've seen all year. And directed by the infamous Herb Kennewick.
Any thoughts going into this show?
I don't feel like it was the greatest. It was cool, but it was the greatest way to end the first 13 episodes.
Yeah.
No. It's definitely not the best episode for me. But it was a good episode. It was a good episode. I'm not taking it. It was a good episode, but it was just like, you know.
I know that I said that JJ was in his shagu bag in the last episode, I believe. But I feel like this may have been the coming out party.
Really?
Not just shagu or minstrel style, just JJ coming out. I feel like this was his coming out.
This is the first recorded,
especially with that poem that we will get to at some point.
It's moments like that make it still a good episode. But it is the first time we hear him say the infamous "I know," and we hear that a couple more times. I
remember it originally seeing all those "I knows."
I was like, but I remember. I'm talking about as
You
far as
probably remember. Yeah, I know JJ.
no, I didn't. I
No,
read
JJ's. You remember? I know you remember JJ's.
I think JJ said it a lot later. It wasn't Dynamite, but it was still something they kept. It was that trick bag they kept going to, like, but I didn't realize. And I remember James, but then that whole Florida thing, I was like, okay, y'all,
Yeah, that caught me off guard with that one.
you're pushing it. You're pushing it. Let's not go into specifics. The thing is, episode 13, My Son the Lover. We open with James in Florida and Thelma complaining about Thelma's complaining about JJ using her cosmetics, and we find out that it was James.
The audacity.
Huh?
The audacity. Oh, you know what? I thought you were talking about complaining about JJ in the bathroom.
Oh no, she was just complaining about the use of her cosmetics, and she found out that her daddy used them to do some plumbing around the house. JJ enters in what is a great mood. Let's love and on everybody. Hello, my wonderful sister. This, that, and the other.
Oh.
He is sprung.
This, I might add, is the first time we got the audience clap. JJ entered the apartment, and the audience clap.
He's kind of becoming a little. He's kind of becoming a star. He's kind of becoming like, ooh, we happy to see JJ.
They gave that Sanford and Son clap for every person that walks in from seasons 5 through 7.
Man, that's the one thing about this, that the multicam sitcom. It's like, you gotta wait. It's just not. It's like, I was like I say, JJ is just, he's sprung. This is something I haven't talked about a lot. I noticed that James, throughout all 13 episodes, has carried a pipe like he's like Father knows best.
You gotta hold on to something.
I would say, I don't know, for some reason.
You gotta hold on to something, bro.
He's sitting there smoking the pipe like he's like, but I was looking up how much a pipe costs. I was like, you know what? For a broke man, you keep some expensive habits. I mean,
hey, that might have been that one thing that he said, "This is mine. I'm gonna hold on to it."
He was doing that. I was like, look at Jay with that pipe.
Like, you know what it might have been? It might have been he was on the way home, and he had just gotten paid, and he said, "You know what? I think I'm going to treat myself, and when I get home, I'm just going to tell him that I ain't get paid much of nothing."
So trifling. That's so trifling. James, you're trifling if you did that. He comes home to mention that he basically says he's got this new girl, Marcy Jones. And Thelma's like, how you get with Marcy Jones? She's like, how you get? Marcy Jones is like the most popular girl in school. What she want with you?
She looked at him like, Negro, please.
Negro, please. She don't want you. And he feels like, when you at the top of the heap, you can't see nothing but the other top. So it's like, I heard, you know what? If JJ ain't had nothing else,
that's pretty good line. That's pretty good line.
Bro, it's kind of like, if nothing else, James Evans Jr. got confidence. It's like, I'm going to bring it. It's like, well, hey. And I mean, you kind of need confidence looking like Jimmy Walker.
Of course, we will see Marcy later on in the next, in episodes later on. I believe it's the VD episode.
No.
Yes. That is Marcy. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Marcy made a comeback.
Yes, she made a comeback.
No. Well, Marcy, like,
I can't remember if it was the same character, but she was definitely
in those
high
days,
school. Yeah.
They don't care. They'll just say, "Oh, this is, this is Vanaya." Who? What you, Marcy, 3 episodes ago? Lord knows the Cosby Show, the original Cosby Show, did that a couple of times. Like, wait.
Yeah. But Dwayne, you don't remember being at their house?
No. Thelma, like I said, Thelma's like, I don't get it. JJ explains that Marcy has recognized his painting talent and wants him to do a portrait of him.
Recognizes his ebony genius on canvas.
And in fact, she's coming in 10 minutes. I got to get ready. And
Then he hit the first one.
let me go get
Yeah.
He does that. He does that to go answer the door. But like everybody's got doubt or whatever. But James is loving it because your brother's just he's just sowing his wild oats.
Yeah.
This would be called straight up misogyny on James. It's like James said.
Oh yeah, definitely.
James just straight up tell him, say, man, your brother's out here getting some draws. That's all. That's what he basically. Your brother's popular, the ladies like him. He just like his daddy, back down in Mississippi.
We had a lot of Florida sucking her teeth too.
It's like what did she say about being on the
Wasn't it really interesting that she was jealous of a high school girl?
Well, I mean, inevitably we'll talk about it later when Walona comes in. But he exits, but Florida asks about Marcy, and Thelma said, "I don't even know, Mama. She don't speak to me." Thelma doesn't get it, but again, back to James. James is like defending his son. He's like, don't talk about your brother like that. He talks about his days in Mississippi with Florida ain't, like I said, Florida ain't too fond of him primping like a rooster. Your dad. Your daddy used to be back to my dad before I met you, baby. Before I met you. You just changed my world. You ain't that, what you love. Your little Hershey color skin and you love that little gap between your teeth. You just got it. You just do it. Oh, even though it's all about you. Then Walona sweeps in, and they all kissed up and this, that, and that. But you know what? This is the first time that both Walona and Florida look at him like, Florida and James is like, oh wow, Walona. It's like
perfect timing, Walona.
Perfect time, Walona. Like, damn, it's like it was the first time I had heard them as a couple have like kind of a common thing,
like a sigh, like,
oh God. Would you take?
There she is again. That's right.
Then they happen to talk about how they're dating days, and it mentions I remember when you used to be dating Fred Thompson, and it's like I ain't thought about no Fred Thompson. And it was just weird because James was all caught up in his. He caught up in his.
Yeah.
Hold on. What you like, James? Just 5 minutes ago, you talking about being on the farm and just being the man back in Mississippi. Now you know what I'm saying? Those are one man. I'm upset. Love to see Walona and Florida in them streets back in the day.
There wasn't a time you wouldn't. Wasn't a time you wouldn't what?
What? JJ comes. When JJ did it, he comes out and he said, because he asks that, hey Dad, can I borrow your aftershave? And he said,
fool. What he say?
No, I'm trying to remember what the hell he said. Oh, I wrote that down somewhere. JJ asked about aftershave. Why? This ain't your week to shave.
I thought he said something about. Oh, was that later on?
Oh, that's
he said, "Fool, that's my mouthwash," or something like that.
He said, "I put some in that green stuff under my arm." Fool, that's my mouthwash. That's just dumb. That's Junior on what
again,
is it?
Again though, back to James, man. It's the response, bro. Is fantastic, bro. It's a fantastic response, bro. It's so natural, bro.
But that's Junior. That's Junior on wife and kids dumb right there. you put mouthwash under your arms like you didn't get an idea. Come on, bro.
Hey, man.
No, man. So Marcy Jones, played by Tatanisha. It ain't the Tanisha part, it's the Tatanisha. That's her
She
name.
was in she was in a lot of. I think she was more of a late '70s type actress.
She was popular. She was
She
popular.
was. She wasn't really '80s. She was like, huh?
She was one of the live wires on Fred from Detroit. If I'm correct, she's
Yeah,
one
I
of
said the '70s. Yeah.
live wires, fresh off the plane from Detroit. Yeah, that's yeah.
He said he got some Barougeolet.
Ooh, ooh, whoa.
Talking about he got some Barougeolet.
That's a minstrel moment. It's kind of
No, you know what? That wasn't.
yeah,
That was not. No, it was not. She was. No, it was not. It was not. When you go back, she was clowning them. She was clowning. She was like, huh?
The way you just did. Tell me.
Maybe when I did it, but when she did it, she was like, she said, they brought me some Barougeolet or something.